Hello viewers and welcome back to the redesigned Bug Out Bunker kitchen complete with my new fridge. Do not adjust your sets, we've reversed everything. It's actually much better this way around and I don't know why we didn't do it originally. Anyway, moving on. Some weeks ago we had a video showing Rachel and Lucy making me what was supposedly my ultimate sandwich. And yes, Lucy's was better.
It's just fantastic. It's unbelievable.
But what it did do was generate some quite interesting comments, which gave us a bit of an idea. Now, to start with, I'm going to read out to you this comment, which came from someone who calls himself Nick Dutch, Mind, Body, Spirit, Psychic and Tarot 2 weeks ago. And he said, now try dairy-free cheese, gluten-free bread, raw spinach, steamed orange, bell pepper, and slices of tomato with a sprinkle of Cajun seasoning. And we thought, why not invite other viewers to send in their sandwich ideas so you don't have to keep watching us eating stuff that me and Tom used to eat in the 1970s. So we've come up with a new series and we're calling it Tribers Sandos. We have to hope that we have all these things. Dairy-free cheese, gluten-free bread. Bread would be down here. Yes, look at that. There is a fresh packet of gluten-free bread. That was a stroke of luck. Dairy-free cheese, that's a bit of an arse. Let's see if we got any in the new fridge. What were the chances of that? Vitalite dairy-free, delightfully creamy slices of raw spinach. Surely we won't have any raw spinach. Yes, we do, right there. I should almost think we put it there. Steamed orange bell pepper. Orange, specifically. No. Yes. There you are, already opened in fact. They're not strictly bell peppers, but that is an orange pepper. Slices of tomato. Yes, we've got some tomatoes. For that, let's have one of those. And a sprinkle of Cajun seasoning. That's where we're going to fall down because we've never done anything with Cajun No, look at that. Maggi, peppery and warming. Cajun seasoning. Right, so I know I've thought of a problem because Nick Dutch, Mind, Body, Spirit, Psychic and Tarot 2 weeks ago is clearly he must be a vegan, dairy-free cheese, gluten-free bread, so he might be celiac as well, raw spinach, steamed orange bell, yes. I can't legitimately use Lurpak spreadable butter invented in 1901, can I? Because that is not vegan. But I'm not a vegan. Not normally, anyway, so what do we think? Shall we make this with Lurpak spreadable butter? But it is, if you want to make this Nick Dutch, Mind, Body, Spirit, whatever he is, his way, use a vegetarian spread, olive oil spread, or don't use any spread at all. We're going to use Lurpak, which was, in case I hadn't mentioned it, invented in 1901. 2 pieces of gluten-free bread. We need a knife. That will be in the drawer. No, it won't. Yes, it will. No, it won't. Yes, it will. Thank you very much. Lurpak spreadable butter on 1 slice only. Speed this bit up. Did it say steamed orange bell pepper? So let's put the kettle on. Is it? Oh, bloody hell.
Or you just pour it in there and pour it on there.
Oh, actually, this one is quite quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, you're quite right. With the old student 2-ring tragic bedsit device, this would take several hours. Turn it on, boil water. Let's see how we do. While that's happening, slice up a tomato, which requires a knife, which is in here. There's one that I sharpened earlier, I believe. Yes, I did, but I'm going to do it again very quickly over there because I can. Slices o tomato. Do we want the nub endy bit of the tomato? No. Okay, so what do you reckon? 3-4 slices? Let's put the tomatoes on first, since they are there. What do we think of that? Can you see that? Is this interesting? Yes? No?
Yes.
Don't care? I'm going to try that, see if that's a flavoursome tomato. Not particularly. Pepper. Let's do this the, what's his name way? Jeremy Pang. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. It was featured in our other videos. There we go. Been slightly too far away. And who's broken this? I'm not full of hope for this sandwich. What do other people think? It doesn't come across as a fun sandwich, not like, say, peanut butter and marmalade or chocolate spread and sugar, but who knows? That's coming up to the boil. Dairy-free cheese. I'm going to open it at this bit where it says peel. I'm also going to try a little bit of this. Would you like to try a bit of this, Lucy Brown? Because it is cheese and yet it isn't.
It looks so disgusting. Look how white it is.
smells.
so
It smells
white.
nice. It smells like well, yeah, it smells like cheese. It smells a bit like sort of low rent burger cheese. Do you want to try a bit?
A tiny corner. I'm talking like a millimetre. Yes.
Lucy's hand comes into shot, takes an insignificant amount of cheese. We'll just give that a bit of a slice down the middle. This is looking very promising. There goes my water. There goes my bell peppers to be steamed. We're almost there. Anybody want a nub end of tomato? Ben?
I will take.
Don't like waste around here. Put slightly too much water in the pan and they are actually boiling, but what the hell. I've put it onto the heat milk setting, which will be slightly lower. Now they're steaming. Perfect. Spinach. So I suppose when he says raw spinach, we can just sprinkle a few leaves on. I've never made a sandwich like this, obviously, so and I'm not sure if it makes any difference which order bits go in. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to sprinkle it with Cajun seasoning. So I would suggest, I think I'll put the dairy-free cheese on next, thusly, as Richard Hammond would say. Give those maybe another 15 seconds or so. In fact, I think I'm going to put the spinach on next. And then we will anoint it with, that's a word I use far too much, with the steamed orange bell, not bell peppers. And then we've got the sprinkling. This is actually looking, the colours are extremely good. Lovely colours, quite sort of pre-Raphaelite in a way. Tom, would you say? It looks like a Burne-Jones or something like that. You know, one of those nymphs in a pool type pictures.
I'm just thinking of an Italian flag, really.
Or an Italian flag, indeed. These, you can't smell them. That's one of the problems with food programs. You can't smell things, you can't taste things, or you can look at them, and that's the least important bit of the process. But anyway, I can assure you that these steamed bell peppers smell very peppery. Nice. So let's just put those over that bowl for a moment so any moisture comes off. How old is this, Lucy?
Brand new.
You sure?
Yes.
It has a bag in the top.
There's a bag in a bag. Oh, I see. It's not a bag of stuff. It's a cooking bag. It
Yes.
says there in very small. Yes, but I didn't know that. That's something new. So there is the Cajun Spices cooking bag. That may be useful one day. We'll put it in this drawer, and then when we're all dead, someone can say, "Why did they put that in there?" and throw it away. Yes, there it is. Ooh. Yes. Yes. Smell? Want to smell? It's quite nice, isn't it? Cajun seasoning is a great thing, used in, say, Cajun food. I suspect the reason it's in this sandwich is because it's otherwise rather terrible. But in the same way that oyster sauce saves anything that you thought might taste a little bit Chinese, and soy sauce can save your dreary attempt at Japanese tempura, even though you're not really supposed to put it on there, I don't think. Cajun spices will save a multitude of other things, including probably this sando. Here we go. What do we call a sprinkle? Presumably not too much, because it's just going to taste of Cajun. What do you think? It's quite potent. Enough to save this otherwise very dreary sandwich. Here we go, Nick Dutch, Mind, Body, etc. Press it down because that's traditional on Food Tribe. Who is going to try this viewers, Tribers Sando?
Ben?
Ben, you have been volunteered. Tom, is there anything in that sandwich that you don't like? There's no peanut butter in it.
No, there's nothing I don't particularly hate.
Lucy?
I tried a little bit of the cheese and it made me feel sick.
There you go. Tom, are you up for it?
Yes.
The enthusiasm in this room is overwhelming. Okay, dive in. Just, if that little bit of bell pepper was anything to go by, that's going to be quite good. I think I could probably do with a bit of soy sauce as well, but
I've been swayed. I did not have good expectations.
I'm impatient.
That is good. That is actually good. It's very nice.
Nick Dutch, etc., 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 2 weeks ago. I think you might be onto something. That is surprisingly, it's light, it's fresh, it's definitely flavoursome, and it's not because of the Cajun spices. If anything, I'd now say I didn't put enough of that on. It could have had another quarter of a teaspoon. Tom?
Right. The cheese looks really disappointing though, doesn't it? Cheese doesn't look right at
So
all.
look. A salt and vinegar crisp looks fairly disappointing. It's just a sort of crinkly beige vague circle. It's all right, isn't it?
It's all right.
I'd go further than that. I'd say it's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice, but it's a bit like if you're a bit late to a buffet, you'll always find these sandwiches the only things left. So you're hungry, you're desperate, you try it, you think it's not as bad as it could have been. So I'm pleasantly surprised, but I'm not overwhelmed by it. I don't think it's amazing.
Okay, but we've discharged our duty in making this video. We will return with more Tribers Sandos in the near future. We will cut the cameras and make some hot dogs. Yeah?